Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about a number of initiatives Hedera is currently involved in, namely in Africa, and what this means for Hedera over the long run. Hedera's revolutionary Hashgraph consensus algorithm has led the network, being a standout project amongst DLTs, especially in regards to its innate features, whereby Hedera's Hashgraph algorithm is able to facilitate the verification of unlimited transactions per second when sharding measures are induced to the network. This feature is further compounded, whereby the network is able to achieve finality almost instantaneously and transaction fees are seemingly minute. These stunning features have led a number of bodies directly leveraging the network for a number of use cases. Most notably, Africa's largest bank, Standard Bank, has a direct partnership with Hedera, whereby the bank is an active Hedera Governing Council member. Standard Bank's position on the Hedera Governing Council entails the bank's control and possession of a Hedera node. Thus, the bank directly contributes to providing consensus to the Hedera network. As well as being on Hedera's governing council, the bank is set to always directly utilising the Hedera network for a number of use cases, whereby the bank currently uses the Hedera network for stablecoin initiatives. The stablecoin project involves the development of a proof of concept protocol, whereby the African bank will directly utilise the Hedera network for stablecoin remittance developments. The development will see the network's tokenization service and consensus service being utilised for the issuance and distribution of stablecoins. The Hedera token service will act as the platform to directly mint the stablecoins, and transactions involving the transfer of stablecoins will be verified and recorded through the Hedera consensus service. The Hedera network was directly utilised for this initiative, namely due to the significant disparities in transaction fees between legacy systems and the Hedera network, whereby, through the utility of legacy payment solutions such as SWIFT, intermediary fees can range from $20 to $30. These payment actions can also take anywhere from 2 to 6 business days to achieve finality. This is in contrast to Standard Bank's utility of Hedera's network for stablecoin initiatives, whereby the Hedera network is able to validate transactions at costs amounting to less than 10 cents, and such actions can achieve finality in less than a minute. These actions will make stablecoin initiatives ideal, especially in instances of cross-border remittance payment actions, whereby parties based abroad can actively send remittance payments as Rand stablecoins to recipients in South Africa. This will lead to reductions in the degree by which such parties will incur transaction fees. Thus, recipients will gain more remittance payments, and as a result, such recipients will have a higher disposable income. As well as Standard Bank directly leveraging the Hedera network in use cases surrounding stablecoins, the bank has earmarked the Hedera network for a multitude of other developments. The following clip features the head of blockchain innovation services at Standard Bank, Ian Putter, where he details the number of use cases surrounding the bank's use of the Hedera network.
Okay, so we're looking at various initiatives. We've already connected with DLA Piper, which is a council member. We're going to look at the tokenization service with DLA Piper. We're also looking at self-sovereign identity to build something. We've got a timeline already for the next 25 weeks to deliver on that. And then a very interesting initiative for me personally is the bond exchange that we're working on with Hedera, also doing research with them. I'm very excited about that. It's a significant use case where we want to see if we can issue a bond also later in this year on the Hedera network. And then from a stablecoin perspective, we're working closely with Hedera to help us with the Standard Bank stablecoin. And that is, for me, another interesting solution that will facilitate payments across the group, and potentially later, depending on regulatory approval. All these there's lots of regulatory participation, audit participation. We are a regulated entity, but there are a few of these use cases in the market. So I think we must just consistently keep our regulator on board. Those are some of the key initiatives that we're looking at. So we're looking at commoditizing agricultural products also with some of the bank's customers across Africa. And a very interesting use case is BioHab, the corporate social investment initiative at Standard Bank, where we're partnering with Hedera and Fjord to help us to create a sustainable solution, building houses and providing food to people across Africa.
Through the utility of the Hedera network, the Standard Bank will seek to leverage the Hashgraph offering for a number of use cases, namely the tokenization and commoditizing of agricultural goods within Africa as a whole. With Hedera offering one of the most cost-effective and scalable token services amongst DLTs on the marketplace, it makes no surprise that Africa's largest bank is set to utilize the Hedera network for such use cases. The Hedera token service provides the potential for token issuers to mint tokens at fixed fees amounting to $1 per NFT. The low and predictive fees associated with the minting of tokens, namely NFTs, through the utility of the Hedera network will make the creation of NFTs to represent commodities more cost-effective and scalable. The cost-effectiveness and scalability provided by the Hedera token service in instances of token minting will make the wide-scale tokenization of commodities more economically feasible. The cost-effectiveness in the minting of tokens in this manner will lead to the likes of Standard Bank being able to tokenize agricultural commodities more effectively. The tokenization of such assets can be coupled with the network's consensus offering, whereby the utility of the Hedera consensus service will provide the potential to actively track goods in the supply chain. This factor will aid in improvements in the logistics and practical applications associated with the tracking of agricultural goods within the supply chain. The active tokenization of agricultural goods, coupled with the direct utility of the Hedera consensus service, will see synonymous increases in the demand for HBAR tokens to namely act as gas to verify such actions. Increases in the demand for HBAR tokens in this instance will lead to synonymous increases to the price of the token, especially over the long run. Furthermore, as mentioned by Putter, Standard Bank may seek to leverage the Hedera network in initiatives surrounding bond exchange. There are a number of limitations associated with the current infrastructure surrounding the bond market. Limitations to the bond market include liquidity restrictions, whereby bond purchases are generally only exposed to governments, large corporations and banks. The utility of DLT could bring a number of benefits to the overarching bond industry. DLTs such as the Hedera network will lead to improvements in the ability for fractional ownership of bonds. The Hedera network offers the unique ability to offer fractional fees, which involves the ability to have fractional ownership of an NFT or fungible token at a given fee. The fractional fee aspect of Hedera's tokenization service may act as a viable platform to enable the fractional ownership of securities, namely bonds. Hedera's tokenization application, coupled with the network's high scalability, high finality rates and low predictable fees, could increase the liquidity of the bond market, whereby the high performance capacity associated with the Hedera network will open up the bond market to potentially millions of investors, namely retail investors. With the global bond market, including both government and corporate bonds, approximating to a value of $128 trillion, and the African bond market being valued at over $800 billion, with Standard Bank looking into developments surrounding bond issuance through the Hedera token and consensus service, the network could see significant increases to its utility, which in turn will lead to synonymous increases in transaction validation and verification through HBAR tokens acting as gas. This will see increases in the demand for HBAR tokens and in turn synonymous increases in HBAR token prices. With Hedera's network being directly utilized in Standard Bank stablecoin initiatives, and with the bank pushing to leverage the Hedera network for other use cases, namely bond issuance and tracking agricultural goods in the supply chain, the Hedera network will see significant increases in its utility. This factor will contribute to Hedera continuing to be the go-to platform for enterprise use cases, and in turn transactions through the Hedera network will see similar increases. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Is Hedera the best DLT for Africa? Let us know your views in the comments below. Become a Crypto Clan member on Telegram and Twitter, where we talk all things crypto. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.